Hi everyone, Christina here. Welcome to another Make a Card Monday video. Today I'm short on time, so I'm going to make a really fast card. Sometimes you don't have hours and hours to spend on your crafting. You just want to make something really fast that looks really cool. So I've been working on lots of designs, I've had some deadlines, and I haven't had a whole lot of time to craft, but I do have a ton of sequins that I've been saving for shaker cards. Let me show you this. Okay, this is my overflow bin of sequin mixes. I think they look so great. There's so many wonderful mixes in here. Okay, I'm not going to show you just the overflow. I'm going to show you the whole thing. Hold on. This is my really large collection of sequins. So the thing that I was thinking about doing is Waffle Flower just came out with these two products that are meant to be used together. There's a really big die, it's like the size of a card front, cuts out all these dots, and it has an area in the center. And these sentiment stamps are sized perfectly to go into the center of this area that's embossed when you die cut. So I thought it would be kind of cool to do a shaker card where each one of these rows was a different mix of sequins, like a different color mix. So I'm going to open up this die and figure out how many different color mixes I need. Looks like there are 5 rows. So I need to come up with 5 colors. Since we're just going with the colors here, why don't we pick out rainbow colors? All right, I'm going to do this. It'll be pink to coral to green to blue, and then this one that's called Aurora Borealis. Gorgeous color mix here. So those are the colors I'm going to use. I'm going to run this through my die cutting machine just with some white cardstock, and I think I better tape it down a little. All right, so now I have my shaker piece ready to go. It doesn't have a whole lot of space along this outer edge, so I'm going to have to be very careful how I put this on my card. Before I assemble the shaker, I need to do my stamping on this area, so I'm going to pick out a greeting from the stamp set. I'm going to use the happy birthday sentiment, and it just fits perfectly inside this center area. I'll be stamping in VersaFine Onyx Black ink. I have my greeting right in there. I'm prepping my card base by scoring this cardstock at 5 1/2. This is going to create a top folding 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch tall card. Okay, before I assemble my shaker area, I need to put some clear plastic to create the window. Got some clear window plastic. I'm going to put some Gina K Designs Connect glue just kind of in strategic points across this die cut. And then I can just place my window plastic right over the top. This window plastic is much larger than it needs to be, but I did it purposely like that so that I can cut it directly to the size of the die cut. Using a ruler and a craft knife just to cut this window plastic to the perfect size. All right, now that I have the window plastic on there, I need to work on the actual shaker area. So this is where the foam tape is going to go. So I'm going to use my regular roll of foam tape, and I like to use this because I can bring out a whole strip, and then I can fold it over on top of itself like this, and just double up on that foam. And then you don't have to worry about doubling it up later on the actual shaker card. This is also really going to come in handy because this area around the outer edge is super, super thin. So I'm going to need to cut very, very thin strips of this double layer foam adhesive. It stays pretty stiff once you have it doubled over. So I'm going to cut very, very thin strip of foam adhesive, as thin as I can go. And it's okay if the backing comes off it because I will be removing that anyway so that I can manipulate it around the circles a bit better. All right, I've removed that backing. And I'm going to put this right on the edge, as close as I can get it. I did want to mention that if you wanted to build a shaker card where each circle was its own individual spot, you could. If you were to do that, I would recommend probably die cutting like 5 or 6 of the same dot die cut and then just stacking them. And then you'd have the perfect die cut like well area for your sequins to go. But I want these to have the shaker areas in rows, so that's why I'm spending the extra time to build these different shaker areas, even with the very, very thin border. Okay. So I have the main outer area done, so now I just need to do these rows in between. So I'm going to go ahead and remove these just so I don't have to deal with removing them later once the sequins are already in. But basically I have built up my entire shaker area. I'm just going to make sure where the grating is on the other side. Now I'm going to put all these sequins in the right spots. There we go. So the first one was Sleeping Beauty. This one's Flamingo. Next we have Phosphorescence. Next we have Caribbean Dream. And the last one is Aurora Borealis. Being very careful to not get the sequins on the foam tape. All right, and now this is going to be challenging, but I'm going to try to get my card matched up perfectly onto this. In fact, you know what? I don't even want to chance it. I'm just going to take another piece of cardstock and put it on top, and then I can cut out to be the right size. All right, so I mostly just want to get this on here and press down all along the borders and the rows. And I can turn it over and you can see the sequins move in rows. Lovely. So now I'm going to go around with my craft knife and my ruler once again and trim off the excess of this cardstock. I figured this would just be a much easier way to get the back paper on there just perfectly. All right, so now I can just put some adhesive on the back of my shaker piece, and then I can center that directly onto the front of my card. There we go. A super simple card. This was actually a very easy shaker card to put together. You just have to make sure that you're really precise about where you're putting your foam adhesive. I think it turned out pretty great, and I like that these kind of shake in rows. So if you really wanted to, you could get almost all of them going to one end. Anyway, there's my card for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this fun shaker card idea. I think you could actually adapt this to a bunch of other dies out there, maybe stripe dies or even create your own stripes. I think that would look really, really cool. Thanks so much for watching today. I'm going to have some additional shaker card ideas shown at the end of this video so you can check those out. And thank you so much for watching. I'll be back very soon with another card video. Thank you so much for using my links to shop for all of your crafting supplies. I really appreciate it when you guys do that. It helps support my YouTube channel. And thank you so much for watching. I will catch you guys in the next video.